probably think New York when you think Fashion Week, right? But all eyes in the fashion world were actually on the Windy City earlier this month. That's when Latino Fashion Week marked its 10th year here. It's an event that turns the spotlight on Hispanic designers from all over the world. ABC7's Tanya Babich introduces us to hometown talent whose designs had heads turning along the catwalk.
Karina Chiquito has dreamed of being a fashion designer since her early childhood. Playing with her dolls and making outfits for them is where the passion to design began to take root.
I was probably 8 years old, and my sister and I would produce our own fashion shows. We would take weeks in designing dresses, the skirts, the tops, and it was from there that we kind of were like, oh, we want to do this.
What started out as play soon turned to doodling, then sketching, designing, and sewing. A recent college grad, Karina has quite a portfolio of designs including evening wear, red carpet looks, and bridal gowns. And her Latino heritage is quite evident in all of her pieces.
I use a lot of feminine silhouettes. In Latin culture, the woman is more sexualized. So I love to make a woman feel very sexy, very forward, but not too risque. I still want her to feel very elegant, very formal, and I put that in all of my designs.
Karina's gift of fashion design landed her on the international stage of Latino fashion right here at Block 37. It was the 10th anniversary of Latino Fashion Week, and with 12 of her designs making their way down the catwalk, she says it was a dream come true.
This is really tonight a very Latino experience. What a great opportunity for us to share the great talent that we have here in Chicago.
I want to showcase our shades, our colors, our curves, our ethnicity, our language. And not only that, but also the mixed cultures that we are. Our determination was that we were going to be the biggest fashion component in the city of Chicago, and we are.
This is definitely going to give me that exposure. It's going to show people that, it's not just in New York, it's not just in LA, it's not just internationally, but it's also in Chicago.
The thing about her that I love is she's so detailed. She takes the time for those little details. In many instances, that's what makes a difference between a good designer and a great designer. Spectacular work, great talent, and the attention to detail.
I appreciate it so much to be considered a Latina designer, not just a girl who just graduated and who was designing out from her basement, but to be a Latina and design, do something that you love. It's really rewarding.
Chicago's Latino Fashion Week is just the first stop on Karina's journey of taking the fashion world by storm. Her dream is to have a footprint in the global world of fashion, one stitch at a time.
I want to keep pursuing it, put my name out there any way that I can.
Thank you, Tanya. Now from fashion to art. Graffiti is a medium that launches many artists like Erick Garcia. But this South Suburban man who goes simply by Roho is now making a name for himself, creating large-scale murals that grace prominent walls all over the city. As ABC7's Roz Barron found out, to Roho, giving back is just as important as creating his masterpieces.
I had a group of friends that collaborated in breakdancing, spray painting as well. Graffiti was huge for me, huge influence.
And so it is that hip-hop culture that Erick Garcia experienced that first propelled him toward art. His favorite sport proved to be another one of his big inspirations.
Soccer was always a huge influence in my life. I still play, so I spend a lot of time trying to showcase the passion that every player has into a painting.
Garcia evolved his work and began calling himself simply Roho. His work has a style all its own.
Portraits with 3D graffiti that I came up with. It's very bright and vibrant.
When Roho sees blank walls, he sees possibilities. That's exactly what happened when he walked into Pilsen's incubator called Blue1647.
And we were just so in love with his work. I said, hey, can you do another one? Can you do another one? And before he knew it, we were trying to say, hey, how can you be a resident artist for all of our locations?
These days, Roho does most all his work from his own studio inside the flagship incubator. Not only are members who work on their startups inspired by Roho's designs, this artist in residence has found key roles in many of their businesses.
He is the lead design consultant for Learn the Brand Impact Apparel. He's helped with logos and things like that. And it's not only for my company, there's so many other companies that have been positively affected by Roho and his art.
Roho is entrenched in the community, having taught art to high school students with After School Matters for the past 9 years.
Their raw creativity is inspiring. We're only there to inspire and to push them to see what limits they have and to go beyond them.
And Roho has found yet another way to foster the talents of young artists with something called Expo Collective.
There was a gap missing between their great artwork and trying to sell it and market it.
So 3 years ago, Roho and 2 of his colleagues began helping mentor budding young artists in classes, seminars, and even pop-up art shows.
Along with teaching school kids art with After School Matters and showing aspiring artists the ropes through his own collective, Roho also donates his talents with at least 1 mural a year. This Pilsen wall is just one of his many masterpieces. It's called The Sky's the Limit.
Another of his beautiful donated works is this mural in the community room of St. Pius V Church, also in Pilsen. Roho isn't showing any signs of stopping. He says he has many more walls to conquer.
I definitely don't see myself putting the paintbrush down.
There's no doubt in my mind he's going to be someone that's going to be well known by everyone.
Thanks, Roz. For more information on Roho and his work, please go to our website, ABC7Chicago.com. Be sure to click on Sections, then Shows, then Specials. Still to come on the Inye Beat, much more about our beautiful backdrop, plus a hometown publication shining a spotlight on Latinos who are making their mark on the business world.